Okay, it is no lie that over the last few years, it has been wildly popular in the videography industry to make your crazy sharp mirrorless camera appear to have a film look of the olden days. From the Super 8 overlays to the added grain, it's just a flavorful way of adding a stylistic look to your image. And well, it's kind of cool. Stylizing your footage to have a certain type of look isn't just a color that you can always easily slap onto your footage. It's really a skill that takes time to master, and knowing what your films look like to have a certain looks for is everything. I'll be the first to say that I'm no colorist, but I've definitely had to learn my fair share of color grading over the last 7 years of running a videography business. And the current colors that we use for our professional films they're okay, but every now and then a product like Dehancer comes along and just starts to inspire you all over again. So with that, I say, welcome to my YouTube channel. We are on a mission here to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2023, and we're currently just over 700. So if you're new to the channel, I would love for you to subscribe and follow along for more videos. So let's dive right into what I mean by having certain looks for certain projects and how Dehancer can help you get those looks. For example, in this interview shot where light is abundant, I can easily add a couple of different film stocks within Dehancer to give this shot a completely different look. This look definitely has its time and its place, and depending on your project, can really give you a stylized feel. Dehancer Pro is a crazy good program at doing this. It can definitely get somewhat overwhelming when you first get the program because there are just so many different adjustments that you can make, but having a full control of the image is so important. Now I need to start off by saying I wasn't always a Dehancer subscriber. A few weeks ago, they reached out and sent over an email and said, "Hey Ross, we love your YouTube channel. Thank you. And I think you'd love Dehancer for your professional work as well." And I said, you know what, bet. I'm always trying to make new things, and let's give Dehancer a go. And so Dehancer sent over a copy of their software so I can test out, and I've been having a lot of fun over the last few weeks getting some creative looks and even going back through some older projects and older photos to see just how I can better implement the Dehancer film stocks into my workflow. And it's proven its point. We've actually put out a couple of Instagram reels this week on my professional page that includes some of these Dehancer looks. Now that I've shown you a little about what Dehancer can do, I want to divide the remainder of this video up into a few different sections: the workflow, the looks, and how I plan to implement this into my professional workflow from here on out. Let's start first with jumping into the computer and going through the workflow. Now, it is no secret that I am a Final Cut Pro kind of guy, and they have a Final Cut version that is seemingly working great. I've read before on a comment of just how processor hungry this application can be, but honestly, I haven't noticed any slowdowns on my M2 Max machine here, but granted, this is a really fast computer, so just beware of that if you're on a slower machine. I like to put this into an adjustment layer just to keep things easier and I'll have a little separation on the project. Here's a recent Instagram reel that I edited of a few simple shots of the couple during sunset. Typically this adjustment layer would include the LUT plus color adjustments, but today we're just gonna drag and drop Dehancer effect right onto the layer and dive right in. Now, at first, Dehancer can be overwhelming. I mean, just look at all of these different options we have to choose from after selecting our camera and our settings. There's so many options here that you can tweak and to change the overall look of your final image, and that's fantastic to have. But what I also love equally is that this footage already is starting to look pretty fantastic without any major changes done. If you want it to be simple, it can be simple. If you want it to be super complex and really explore all the minor adjustments you can make to the overall footage, you have that option as well. Typically what I like to do is come down to the grain tab and just tone that grain down just a little bit because, well, I like film grain, but for video, I'm just not that grainy of a guy. Now, let's talk about the looks. As I've stated above, there are a ton of different options to choose from, and, well, it's 63 to be exact. And since I don't have 63 different videos to show you guys, I'm going to stick with some of the top film looks that I've had and then I've been using over the past few weeks. You can check out some of my recent personal videos and the film stocks that have been used with, as well as a few recent professional videos as well right here. Now, like I stated in the intro, I currently don't use much film-like looks in my personal videos or our professional work. Currently, our professional work is very classic, clean, classic Rec 709 look, and I'm not so sure we can immediately jump ship and start using these super stylistic film stocks on all of our professional work. However, I have been loving the looks that I've been getting out of using Dehancer over the last few weeks, and I can definitely see this changing in the coming months to have a more stylistic approach to our professional work, especially using that Kodak Gold 200 look and the Astrum Color Negative 125. So far these two have been some of my favorite looks, and I'm excited to use them more. Like anything, workflows take time to develop, and when you run a business like I do with clients who are expecting a specific look, you can't always just jump ship immediately and change up everything. However, you can implement small changes at a time until you're satisfied with the overall end product, which is what we're about to start doing and implementing Dehancer Pro into our workflow. So that's about all I have for you guys today in this video. If you're interested in purchasing Dehancer, you can definitely use my code ROSSBARNETT for 10% off at checkout, and I would greatly appreciate that. Keep in mind, we are on a mission here to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2023. And being that it's the beginning of December and we're currently just over 700 subscribers, I think we might be able to make it, you know? So I will catch you guys on the next video.